What the fuck is sleep? I don't even know what that is. Just pull me up over that tree. Hold up and watch that bitch fizz.
Hey, shout out What Sleep TV, man. What Sleep TV? Ain't no sleep, motherfucker.
You got some work with like a real legend. Like we ain't talking about just a local legend, like a Tennessee legend, a regional legend. Like we talking about like a real rap legend. Too Short.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Tell the people the story about how that came about.
It's crazy. I actually met Too Short through another artist I was working with, like, and I met his management, Big Dog.
Word.
And he actually like introduced me to Too Short, and like I think what was that? I was at Food City in Chattanooga. I was grocery shopping. And, like he had called me. He was like, man, Too Short had got some of your beats. Like he trying to get you out here like to get in the session. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like that was my first time like getting on the plane and all that type shit. And I was like, shit. Someone just told me to go. And I was like, shit, fuck it. I'm just go.
So where you fly to?
L.A.
Word.
Yeah.
That's hard. And so what, y'all just went to a session and y'all?
Yeah, we went to a session straight out the flight.
Word. You just played them like a whole bunch of beats that you had on your laptop or something like that, or hard drive?
Yeah, he was playing me shit that like he had already like recorded, like on my beats and shit, and like really like just locking in, just trying to get a feel of everything. So
That's hard.
yeah, that's how that shit went. And like we just playing beats, like yeah. Like whenever I go out there, I can just pull up like to the studio type shit.
How was that experience in the studio though? Like was he? People don't. So look, I'll explain what I mean by that. So when I asked like how a studio session went, like we know most young rappers' personality because we in the social media age. They recording everything on their phone. So for the most part, like rappers or anybody's personality if they always on social media, on live, they got vlogs, shit like that, right? But he is an older rapper, so people don't really too much know how he is in person. How was he to you? Like, how would you describe him as a person? Too Short.
I mean, Too Short, like he cool. Too Short is his own person. Like Too Short, he funny as hell, man.
For real?
But like, hell yeah. But like, he cool as hell, like laid back type shit, And like, when I first met him, it was crazy because like I ain't really like know none of his songs for real. And like I had to ask my mama about like, I was like, you know who Too Short is? She was like, what? Like Too Short? She was like, that's crazy. She was like, how the hell? I was like, yeah. I was like, I ain't really know none of his music like that until like I kind of like met him. Yeah.
You know what, man? You bring up a good point. I want to talk about this, and that's a good example right there. So I use an example that like people watching might know. I remember when Lil Yachty first came out. I mean, you know Lil Yachty, right?
Yeah.
Well, people used to pretty much, like in interviews, I can't remember who used to say it, but they would ask like, what's your favorite Tupac song? And he like, I mean, I know who he is, but I mean, bruh, he died in what, I think 96, I think Yachty was probably born in what, 97, 99, or 96, something like that. He didn't really grow up, like yeah, we know who he is, but we don't, like, I ain't gonna lie, I know a few songs, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't know none, like, off the top of my head. Just how you had to ask your mama, like, hey, even though we know Too Short is a legend, we ain't listen to, like, our generation, we ain't really listen to this shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you gotta say to the people, or what's your thoughts on, like, people that try to, like, get on, people that's in music that don't know music from, like, what, 20, 25 years ago?
I feel like it kind of like go by generation. Cause like, let's just say you got the 2000 boys, like they probably got a whole generation that's like coming up that we probably don't even know about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that crowd probably don't know really nothing. No, they don't know no Tupac songs. They don't know no. You know what I'm saying?
All the music that we listening to right now, let me say, like it's actually a bunch of people like coming up that don't know Yo Gotti songs.
Yeah.
I don't really know no Yo Gotti songs like that. I listen to more like Young Dolph, but that's like a good example right there. But I don't be liking when like people try to get on like people like in the music space but not knowing music like 20 years ago. But you know what they say though? They say that you should pay homage by like knowing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of on some like, bro, you can't expect me to know some shit that came out when I was fucking 6 months old.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah, that too.
Like, that's funny though that you had to ask your mom about that. Like, was she like excited as hell? Like, was she was like, oh, you working with Too Short? Like, how was your mama reaction to that actually? Like,
She was like, what? She was like, shut the fuck up. Oh,
like,
God.
she couldn't believe it.
She couldn't believe that shit. Yeah.
That's funny as hell.
And I went out to LA, like, she had drove me to the airport, and I was like,
Oh, so she went with you?
nah,
Oh.
She just dropped me off at the airport.
Oh, she just dropped you off at
Yeah.
okay.
Like, that shit was crazy.
Whenever you came back and told her about the experience, how'd that go? Because I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
told her about it, right?
Really, it was like, I would just tell her, like, shit, it's a whole different, like, different vibe. Like, a whole different everything. Like, it's a different feeling out there. And, like, that was my first time actually, like...
Being in L.A.?
Yeah, being in L.A. And L.A. is, like, what, the second biggest city?
Yeah, in the United States, yeah.
I got... No, it's crazy. She was just like... She can't wait till she be able to see some shit like that. And, like, I just took her out there to see it. Like, what, a couple weeks ago, I took her to L.A. for the first time.
That's hard.
First time flying type shit.
For real, how did that feel to, do that for your mom?
See, that shit felt good. Cause I'm like, I kept telling her, like, it's crazy, cause, like, you gonna come out here, like, that shit crazy as hell.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to get a little personal, too, because, and talk about your mom if you're open to it, because I see, like, you can tell that, like, you feel me, if you just scroll down your page, like, you express, like, how much love you got for your mom.
Yeah.
Would you say, like, that's who took care of you for the most part growing up? Because, the reason why I asked that is because, some people, like, they grew up, their granny took care of them, or maybe their dad, or, an uncle. Like, you around your mom most of the time?
Yeah.
Or, how would you describe your mom, like, as a person?
That's a strong woman. Like, real shit, a strong woman, for sure.
Was it a struggle growing up, or, like, did she always make it, like, seem like shit was easy?
Both.
Both. For sure. Was it just you and your two sisters and her?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
So
we was cool though. Like, we grew up like we was cool. Like, yeah.
Right. That's good. That's good that you got like a strong relationship with your mom still.
Yep.
Real shit.